Most thieves take years to make millions. He did it in seconds.
Some crimes sound like they should require a team of elite hackers, a room full of servers, and months of planning. This one started with a phone call. In May 2020, a 17-year-old from Hamilton, Ontario called a mobile phone company's customer service line and convinced an employee that he was someone else. Within hours, he had stolen 48 million Canadian dollars in cryptocurrency from a single victim. At the time, it was the largest cryptocurrency theft in Canadian history. And the strangest part? 2 years later, while still dealing with the legal consequences of that crime, he started doing it again. To understand how, you first need to understand a type of attack called SIM swapping. It sounds technical, but the concept is surprisingly simple. Your phone number is one of the most important pieces of your digital identity. Banks, email providers, and cryptocurrency exchanges often use it to verify that you are really you. Whenever you log in, reset a password, or access a secure account, a verification code is often sent directly to your phone. A SIM swap attacker doesn't need to break into your device. Instead, they contact your mobile carrier and pretend to be you. If they can convince a customer service representative that they are the legitimate account holder, they can have your phone number transferred onto a SIM card they control. The moment that transfer happens, every text message intended for you begins arriving on the attacker's phone instead, including security codes. From there, they can reset passwords, gain access to email accounts, and use those email accounts to gain access to almost everything else. Your bank accounts, your social media accounts, your cryptocurrency wallets. Your entire digital identity can begin unraveling because of a single successful phone call. And often, victims don't realize what's happening until they suddenly lose access to everything. In May 2020, the teenager from Hamilton targeted an American entrepreneur using exactly this method. He successfully convinced a phone company representative to transfer the victim's number. Once he controlled the number, he gained access to cryptocurrency accounts connected to it. Within hours, cryptocurrency worth approximately 48 million Canadian dollars had been drained from the victim's accounts. One victim. One day. $48 million. Because the suspect was only 17 years old at the time. Canadian law protected his identity from being publicly disclosed. As a result, the case never became widely known outside cryptocurrency circles. Instead, it appeared in scattered headlines referring only to a teenager or a Hamilton resident. Despite involving one of the largest individual cryptocurrency thefts ever recorded. In November 2021, he was arrested. Eventually, he was released on bail while the case continued through the courts. Under the youth justice system, release conditions are intended to prevent further criminal activity while legal proceedings are ongoing. For most people, an arrest connected to a $48 million theft would be a life-changing warning. For him, it wasn't. Between May and July of 2022, while still facing consequences from the original case, he returned to cybercrime. But this time, he changed tactics. Instead of taking over a victim's phone number, investigators say he targeted popular accounts on X, formerly known as Twitter. After gaining control of those accounts, fraudulent cryptocurrency promotions were posted to their followers. The posts directed victims to fake websites that appeared legitimate. Users who connected their cryptocurrency wallets found those wallets emptied. Victim after victim. Account after account. Money disappearing almost instantly. Authorities later alleged that as many as 200 people were defrauded through this second scheme. The losses exceeded 1 million Canadian dollars. By this point, he was no longer a minor. But he was still operating under the shadow of the original $48 million case that had already made him one of Canada's most notorious anonymous cybercriminals. Investigators eventually connected him to the original theft through an unexpectedly small clue. According to reports, some of the stolen Bitcoin had been traded to another person online in exchange for something far less valuable: a desirable PlayStation Network username. A transaction that seemed insignificant at the time became one of the threads that helped investigators connect a real identity to a much larger crime. In cybercrime investigations, criminals often imagine they'll be caught by sophisticated tracking systems. Sometimes they're caught because of a careless trade, or a single mistake, or an online gaming username. In 2025, a Canadian court sentenced him to 1 year in prison after he admitted involvement in the second scheme involving social media account takeovers and fraud against roughly 200 victims. The original $48 million theft was handled separately through Canada's youth justice system because he had been a minor when it occurred. That distinction highlights one of the strangest challenges in modern cybercrime. A teenager with a phone and an internet connection can now cause financial damage measured in tens of millions of dollars. Yet, many legal systems were designed in an era when juvenile crime usually meant vandalism, theft from local stores, or neighborhood misconduct. Not the ability to erase fortunes from across the continent in a single afternoon. The technology changed faster than the laws built to respond to it. And that gap is exactly what makes this story so remarkable. One phone call, one customer service representative who trusted the wrong person. $48 million gone in a matter of hours. And when the consequences finally arrived, he didn't stop. He simply changed his method and kept going. Our next story is somehow even stranger. It's about a 19-year-old college freshman who held the personal data of 60 million students and 10 million teachers for ransom, and later told the FBI on camera that he was thankful he got caught.